Beautiful seekers, this is Clarity 1129. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. I am so happy to have you here and I hope you're all doing well. Today's reading is beautiful because it's about luck that's turning in your favor, all right? And this is for certain. There is luck going to be, the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor. But where is it going to be turning in your favor? Maybe there's something you're expecting, but it's going to show up somewhere else. We're going to find out. The tarot as well as the oracle cards have been pre-shuffled. And they have been pre-shuffled because the last reading for 3 piles took more than 1.5 hours. And I had a real bad time editing and exporting it. So we're making this short here. I've cut down with all the shuffling. And we'll just lay out your cards and go ahead with the reading, all right? I haven't taken cards from different decks, the tarot cards. It's all from one deck. So you get to choose the tarot card here as well as your crystal when I introduce you to the piles. All right, so what we're going to look at is 1, where is the luck turning in your favor? 2, how is that going to look like for you? When it comes, what are the signs you can see or anything that comes up about that? Then we're going to see what can you do to expedite the process. Then we'll see what is blocking this luck from coming in sooner. And we'll look at anything else that wants to come out. And last but not the least, advice from Spirit and then more oracle cards for the same. All right, so let me quickly introduce you to the piles. I'm excited. Pile number 1 is the Affirmators Tarot, or this beautiful Amazonite palm stone. Pile number 2 is the Good Tarot and this citrine crystal. I love this crystal. Actually, I've realized whenever I bring this forward, it's usually out of focus. I can't see it from here, but when I edit, I find that it's always better when it's far from you. Pile number 3 is the Chakra Wisdom Tarot and this beautiful rose quartz heart. And for those of you who are intuitive, the timestamps are below. I'll see you at your pile. And for those of you for whom the quick meditation helps, beautiful seekers, sit straight with your palm open upward. Keep your spine erect. When you're ready, gently close your eyes. And gently take in a deep breath. Hold your vision between your eyebrows. Centering yourself. When you're calm, connect with your intuition, your inner knowing, trusting that it will never lead you astray. When you're ready, gently breathe out. Open your eyes, and whichever pile you're drawn to, that is your pile. And now I will see you at your pile. Pile number 1. Those of you who've chosen the Affirmators Tarot and this beautiful Amazonite palm stone, welcome to your reading. Here are your oracle cards. This I've kept like this because this was your bottom deck energy. And now I'll lay out the cards. While laying out the cards, I'll read out the question and then we lay out the rest of the cards and then we'll begin your reading. All right. I don't know why I feel for this group, maybe you want to know all the answers and you do watch a lot of tarot readings in the hope of getting all the answers. Now, I don't want to be the one to burst the bubble, but the fact is that no matter how many tarot readings you go to, astrologers you go to, and even if you're very highly intuitive, there is only so much you can know. The rest, the universe will let you know only when you need to know. And if you stop getting anxious about it and instead look at it as a surprise, say if You're waiting for a gift from someone. It's your birthday. There are some of us who want to know everything about who's giving us what, but the happiness that comes from the surprise that you don't know what someone is going to give you, and then opening it on that particular day, even at the cost of the fact that, maybe that's not what you wanted, it doesn't matter. But the fact is that it is a surprise, and you've got to take it like that. Not every time, every surprise will be tailor-made for you the way you want it. But most people who are giving you a surprise try their best to make you happy. So be grateful. Now, I don't know why I needed to say all that to you, but, well, I did. So now, for the first question, where is it in your life that the wheel is turning in your favor? And you had 2 cards for this. You got the Page of Swords in reverse, and you have the 9 of Wands in reverse. Okay. How is this going to play out? And you get the 5 of Cups in reverse. What can you do to expedite the process? And you get the Ace of Cups in reverse. What is blocking this from coming to you? And you get the Page of Cups. Anything else you need to know? 8 of Wands. And advice from Spirit, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. All right. And for your oracle cards, you have anxiety. That's what I was picking up here with your 9 of Wands in reverse and 5 of Cups. Anyway, you get be kind to yourself. Absolutely. You get 2 cards from this deck. Peace, transformation, and you get you are good enough. Yes, I had some message that was written for you. Where is my book? Where is my book? Please give me a second. Here it is. Something had wanted to come out in your reading. Something had shown itself up. Yes. I'll tell you about it when we begin. First and foremost, where is the luck turning in your favor? And you get the Page of Wands in reverse and the 9 of Wands in reverse. What I get from here is beautiful pile number ones. First and foremost, let me give you a big hug. You've been through a lot. You've been through a huge crisis. All right, this has been something that has really upset you. It's hurt you temporarily. Usually in the 5 of Cups, you have 3 cups that have fallen and 2 standing upright. And here you have all 5 cups, which have spilled. So for you, it felt like the end of the world. And for a long time, you've been in this energy. There's been a lot of anxiety. Whatever this was, it was something that was very emotional. It was something that you were very invested in. It could be someone, or it could be, because the bottom deck energy is the 8 of Pentacles, it could have been something that you were really working on. It could be your own business wherein you poured in a lot of energy, but someone may have betrayed you or something like that, and it just went out of your hands, or someone you trusted did a number on you. Or this could just be a love situation wherein your heart has been broken in ways that cannot be explained. And for some of you, you've lost someone very dear to you. They've passed on. Whichever way this is, in most cases, I feel this has got to do with someone having betrayed you, either at work or in a relationship which you were building very carefully over a period of time. And where is luck turning in your favor is that finally you are getting respite from your sorrow, from your heartbreak, from your feeling of nothing can happen. This is it. I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I never will. That is changing. You are finally going to realize your worth. The card which I saw from the Moonology deck, which had flipped, full moon in Capricorn, says the end of a tough cycle approaches, and this is exactly the energy. And finally you have been able to, after a lot of healing perhaps, come into this energy that I cannot control this. I am not even going to try to. I have no tears left to cry. I need to get myself back together. And this is where the luck changes in your favor. You are finally going to find a way out of your misery. You are finally going to put an end to your anxiety. You're going to put an end to, if this was a relationship or it was whoever who betrayed you, you're finally putting an end to the pain, the tears, checking what they're up to, what is happening, who's got my job, whatever that situation is. Okay, for each of you it's going to be different, but you are no longer giving your energy to that situation. You are not, for a long time you may have expected it will become okay, you'll get an apology, things will become all right. You're finally realizing nothing is going to happen. You've given a lot of your time, energy, everything to this situation, and you're realizing it's a dud, and it's only taking from you. While you were invested there, you were pouring in everything. Once it's gone, you've still been pouring, and you realize that this is doing you no good. And finally, you're leaving this to the universe. You've taken this away from me. Perhaps you know better. Initially when you say it, it could be with a lot of pain, with a lot of anger, but you're still ready to let it go because you feel spent. And in doing so, the wheel is turning in your favor, and it is teaching you self-love. This is what it's teaching you. You are finally, with the end of the tough cycle approaches, you finally realize that you've been beating yourself about this whole situation, wondering where you went wrong, what you did wrong, and now you realize that it's not you to blame. Whatever happened was meant to happen at this time, and everyone has responsibility for it. You've taken your share of responsibility, but you're not being unreasonable. You're not giving the other so much of benefit of doubt because you've not felt good enough about yourself. This is what's happening. The luck is turning in your favor. You are transforming, and so beautifully. You are realizing your worth. You are realizing you're good enough. And this is going to be the huge turning point in your life. This particular period, whatever you've been through, and now what you're becoming hereafter, is going to be possibly the most important phase of your life. You are realizing your worth. And it's not been easy. You've really worked on your healing. You've really worked upon yourself. And you're finally ready to pour that cup of love onto yourself. The Ace of Cups upright is a new opportunity wherein you can offer your cup of love to someone and someone extends their cup of love to you. With the Ace of Cups in reverse, this is you needing to pour all of that love onto yourself. The love that you never poured onto yourself because you felt that someone else will do that for you. But it all begins with you. And in doing so, you put an end to your anxiety. All right? Look at this. Be kind to yourself. Everything points in this direction that you have given everything that you had, every beautiful emotion, every wonderful, maybe physical, whether it's a tangible thing or it's something mental or emotional, everything that was beautiful in your life, you've showered upon someone else. Now you're giving it to yourself. You're being extremely kind to yourself, and it's not been easy coming to this place. When people don't love themselves from a very early age, it's very difficult. One fine day if someone says practice self-love, it doesn't come. it takes a lot of effort to get there. I'm telling you from experience. Just give me a moment. And this is the most beautiful thing you can do for yourself. And in giving yourself self-love, you're going to expedite this process of your transformation, of you getting out of these energies. All right? What's blocking this from happening is that 1% or maybe 10% of, that possibility that you're waiting for, that maybe this person comes back with an apology. Maybe that person who's done a number on you at work, someone finds out about it and you get a better job. Maybe you will be surprised that, even though you've done the work and you realize this does not serve me, I'm not waiting for this, you're still working, but you're human. You, every now and then, you might go back to that energy that maybe this will become okay. And that maybe is what will cause a block. See, if it comes once in a while, it's fine. But if on the surface of it, you're pretending that you're over with it, but every single day you're hoping that this will happen, you create a block. That is counterproductive to the self-love that you've started practicing. All right? So this is something that you can do away with slowly and steadily. Don't try too hard. If you try too hard, you'll be stuck here waiting for them. So if it comes, just observe it. Try and make a little distance from your expectations and you just realize that this is natural. All right. And then just disengage and try and do something that you like to do. All right. What more do you need to know is that you don't realize when you do the self-love how quickly things are going to change in your favor. The 8 of Wands is very fast-moving energy. Very fast-moving energy. All right? And the kind of peace of mind you get when you start doing this is phenomenal. You transform, you're comfortable in who you are, you realize your self-worth, and this brings with it a lot of peace because you've been kind to yourself. You've left anxiety behind you, sleepless nights, the feeling of being tired even before you wake up. All that will be something in your past. And you've just begun to show yourself self-love, and you feel that by the, you just start doing it continuously and come into this energy that whenever this particular, that person's energy draws you back, or every time you think about that situation, observe it, detach, and just say, all right, it is what it is, and then do something which, makes you happy. And you'll find this transformation happens so fast, and it's going to be so beautiful. Advice from Spirit, you get the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. When you were beginning your healing, or in the beginning when you've really tried, maybe you've been going to tarot readings, you've been hearing from other people, doing whatever healing you've known, and things have been really slow. You're not being seeing results, and Spirit says that not too long. You don't have to wait too long. You're on the right path. This is blocking you. Every time you think of that person, whoever that person or situation was, hoping that it'll change, the more you sit in that energy, the more you block yourself, and you are finally learning how to get out of this. That's how the wheel is turning in your favor, wherein you are going to prioritize yourself, and in doing so you unlock this world of peace. You transform yourself, and from this you will birth something very beautiful. All right? And maybe from this you birth something, you start, after working on your own physical, mental, emotional well-being, your spiritual well-being, you actually start pouring in energy into something that you really like to do. And this is going to make you very happy. You're going to get tremendous success here as well. Once you are aligned to this, you are going to have tremendous success. All right? But right now, the wheel is turning in your favor, in helping you heal and transform so fast and so beautifully. that you will see life differently, because now you are your best friend. You finally learn to rely on yourself, be kind to yourself, and maybe you've not done this for a very long time. Maybe from early childhood, we all tend to internalize this. So you are finally going to be liberated from this particular dynamic that you had, wherein someone will save you, someone will do things for you, while you keep pouring and pouring onto everyone else. And even when they breadcrumb you, that used to be enough for you, not anymore. You are going to stand up for yourself, and this is so very beautiful. And with this Amazonite here, what I was getting is that you are trying every now and then, when you try and control the situation in your mind, you feel that this is how it's going to happen, this person's going to come back like this, or someone's going to call you back and give you that. Every time you try to control things which you know are not good for you, you create a block. And this is a time for you to now loosen the grip. You've already done that, or you're about to do that. That's where the wheel is turning in your favor. You are finally coming into this place of surrender, surrendering to the universe and saying, you know better. I am open to transformation, and it's going to happen so fast and so beautifully. Pile number 1. I'm sending you a very big hug and sending you so much love and light. All the very best for your journey forward. Pile number 2, those of you who've chosen the Good Tarot or this beautiful citrine crystal, welcome to your reading. Put your crystal here. Maybe some of you need to work on your confidence, on your self-worth. Or maybe some of you, appear as being very confident and people get inspired by you. Let's see. So these are your oracle cards. And this I've kept like this to remind me that this is your bottom deck energy, the Page of Fire. And now let me lay out your cards. Where is the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor? Pile number 2, and you get the Two of Fire. How is this going to play out? The Ace of Water. Beautiful. Yeah, okay, sorry. No, wait. Yeah, okay, sorry. Confused. Okay, this is the bottom deck energy. Let me put it like this so that I don't get confused. Okay. What can you do to expedite the process? 7 of Fire. This deck is very broad, which is why I don't use it, but I absolutely love this. It just feels so magical, this deck. What is creating blocks? King of Air. Anything else you need to know? The Moon. And advice from Spirit. 3 of Fire. Okay. For your oracle cards, you have Magic. I love that. And you have Azurite. Get laser focused. And then you have Commitment. You get 2 cards from this deck. Commitment and Faith. Okay. And last but not the least, you get a time to give rather than take. All right. Beautiful. Pile number 2. Where is the wheel turning in your favor? And you get the Two of Fire. There is a decision that needs to be made, and it's been playing in your mind for a very long time, and the wheel is turning in your favor in that you are going to be able to see very clearly what is it that you want. You're going to be able to follow your intuition and actually make that choice. And how will that show up for you? Ace of Cups. You are going to get a God-sent opportunity when you make that choice from your heart, from your intuition. You get a golden opportunity from the universe, which is going to be so satisfying. All aces opportunities from the universe, they're blessings from the universe. And when it comes to water, which is your cups, it's all got to do with your emotions. And you are going to be really happy when you take this opportunity. All right, this is so beautiful. And what can you do to expedite this process? You get the 7 of fire. Be ready to go the distance alone when this comes in. You know, when you make that choice, it may feel a little daunting, which is why you've been dilly-dallying making this choice. But now you're getting that push, the wheel of fortune is turning in your favor, and you're mustering up the courage to make that choice. When you make that choice, it's going to be really beautiful, but maybe you may have people around you who are not for this decision that you've made, and so maybe for a while you'll have to go the distance alone. But just know you're the unicorn. You think different, and you have it in you to just stand up for yourself and go the distance. All right? You have the courage, and you have the strength, and you even have original ideas. So don't worry about it. If you feel that you will not be able to do it, or you'll give up and then you'll make a fool out of yourself, none of that is going to happen. You will show how magical you are. Your faith in yourself and you having made your decision following your heart is going to transform your life beautifully. So all you need to do is to stand up. You've made that decision because you've seen clearly what it is that you want, and you've just gone and you've stuck by your inner guidance. And so this beautiful opportunity lands on your lap and you take it. People may not be happy with it, but you still have the gumption to stand up for yourself and follow your dreams. And this is beautiful. What is blocking you? King of Air. There could be either a father figure or some masculine energy. It doesn't have to be masculine gender, but masculine energy. Someone who calls the shots in your family dynamic, work dynamic, whatever this dynamic is. And this person usually decides for you what you're supposed to do. But this time you're standing up against them. They can cause a block, but you are not allowing them to, because you are ready to go the distance alone. In the past, maybe you were not confident enough. I was telling you this. Some of you need confidence, but I feel you're coming into your, Empress or Emperor energy. You are. And so you don't really need any more confidence. You're there. You say, this is important for me and I've got to do it. And you're able to stand up to this person, which may not be very easy, but you will. Anything else you need to know? And, let your intuition be your guide. Why I was laughing is because I think on the Moonology deck, it's written, let the moon be your guide. And that's it. And that's what I want to tell you. Let your intuition guide you forward. It will never lead you astray. It's a quiet voice, but you know it now because your intuition has led you to make this decision. When the wheel is turned in your favor, or it's turning in your favor, you are able to connect with that inner voice. And in doing so, you've made your inner child so happy when you've stood up, or you're going to stand up towards to the King of Swords, that you're going to stand up and say, no, this is important for me. Doing that, you're liberating your inner child. You're making your inner child so happy and comfortable that your inner child is going to be walking you through this so beautifully. You are going to get such creative ideas. This is going to be so wonderful. Trust your inner guidance, all right? It's beautiful. Advice from Spirit is the 3 of fire. Spirit is saying, don't act prematurely and don't take your time when the opportunity comes. There's a time for everything. Follow that. You've done that. When that decision needs to be made, do it. Don't let fear hold you back. Make that decision. When that opportunity comes, stand up for yourself. Say what you need to. 3 of fire sometimes talks about waiting for someone. In this case, it's the right opportunity. What I'm getting from this energy is, when it comes, rise to the occasion. You are mustering up the courage, and stay laser focused with this azurite. All right, whether this King of Wands gives you a lot. The King of, sorry, not Wands, Swords. The King of Swords, the King of Air, is someone who sees the truth from all angles. All right, they but are very logical. So their logical thinking and their way of articulating may actually make you doubt your decision. Everything that they say makes sense. Of course it makes sense, but it's logical. And anything that's purely logical comes from fear. You follow your heart. Maybe it sounds illogical, but it is going to give you a lot of happiness. So when they speak their truth, stand up for yourself. Stand up for what is important for you and stay laser focused on what it is that you want. All right, have faith in yourself and have faith in the universe. And doesn't this remind you of the Fool card? Take that leap of faith. Oh yes, oh yes. And I remember what I said, when you make this decision and when you follow your inner guidance and stay committed to what you have decided, you take that leap of faith and you stay committed to yourself and you trust the universe, magic will follow. And guess what's the bottom? I have not seen the bottom deck energy for everyone, but for you, I just happened to, and it was growth. Isn't that beautiful? Growth. You are going to have tremendous growth as a person, as a soul, and in whatever it is that you're doing. A lot of success. This is such beautiful energy. The last pile was a little difficult, a lot of difficult energies, and I did take a long time. And this reading is super quick because this is so beautiful. So the wheel is turning in your favor and pushing you to make that decision. And it's giving you clarity, immense clarity on what you want. Follow your intuition. See, when there's clarity and you can see things clearly, make the decision when it's right. That's the advice from Spirit. Don't dilly-dally. When the time is right, make it. Because if you don't, then the fear starts coming in and that will completely cloud your judgment. And with this King of Swords here, who's going to be very logical and play on your fears, if you don't make that decision at the right time, you might lose the opportunity. So does that mean this opportunity will never come? No. But when the right opportunity comes, if you do it, you get to live your best life sooner. All right? I am sending you so much love and light. You've got this, pile number 2. Get ready for your best life. Bye-bye. Pile number 3. Those of you who've chosen the Chakra Wisdom Tarot and this beautiful rose quartz heart, welcome to your reading. Wow, is the luck turning in your favor for a love situation? Let's find out. These are your oracle cards and this is your bottom deck energy and it's the star. Beautiful. There's hope right there for you, whatever this is. Let's see. So your first card is where is luck turning in your favor, and you get the Queen of Cups in reverse. How will this look like to you? And you get the High Priestess. Wow. What can you do to expedite the process? Nine of Swords. What is blocking your energy? The Two of Wands in reverse. Anything else you need to know? Judgment. Ooh. And advice from Spirit, the Seven of Cups. Your other cards are frustration. Yes. Well, when I lay down the cards, I'll tell you. And then you have fluorite. Find peace within. Truth. And a fiery climax approaches full moon in Aries. All right, beautiful pile number 3. It is a love situation. All right, so where is the luck turning in your favor? And you get the Queen of Cups in reverse. First and foremost, the wheel is turning in your favor, teaching you to learn how to pour your love onto yourself. The Queen of Cups has a lot of love for everyone, but she also knows how to fill her own cup. But somewhere down the line, I feel that you've been overextending yourself, especially in a particular relationship or maybe in all your relationships. And then you come back and you feel a little upset that people haven't reciprocated the love that you've given them. All right? And now the wheel is turning in your favor to teach you that, to teach you where you've forgotten your boundaries, to teach you that you've got to keep your cup full to be able to keep giving your cup and offering it to people. You can't empty your cup. You can't run on empty. And this is what this wheel is teaching you. And how do you get to know that? Some of you may be water signs, and for some of you, you may be air signs. It doesn't have to be. It was just an added confirmation, because Queen of Cups, water energy, High Priestess, water energy, Judgment, water energy, and Judgment and High Priestess are major arcanas. Then you have Advice from Spirit, which is again water energy with cups here. Apart from that, you have Wands, which is fire, and you have 2 cards for air, which is this is Aquarius. This could be any air energy. All right. And again, when I put this card, frustration, actually what happened is I don't see your cards when I'm shuffling them. They're face down. But for this particular card, it did it just rotated. So I wasn't sure. Now, Oracle cards I never take reverse. I only take tarot card in reverse. These I don't take reversals. So I just wanted to make sure that this is not a reversed card. So I had flipped it to see. And when I saw it, I saw frustration. And the first thing you see, frustration, it doesn't give you a very happy feeling. So instinctively, I looked at the bottom deck. And guess what the bottom deck was? It was love. A beautiful, lovely card. Okay, is it there still? Because you're the third. Yes, this was the bottom deck energy here. Love. So, and I wasn't surprised because this was a crystal I took. But I just made a note of it and I just left it at that. But this is something you really need to know, is that you are beautiful people. And I always feel that when I get this crystal, whenever I get this crystal, and you can go back to my readings wherever I've used a rose quartz crystal, I always say when I get this, that the people who choose this pile are people who've got generous hearts, large hearts, who, there's just something so soft about them that life knocks them down. People take advantage of them and they get hurt. They may put walls, but their heart is soft and their heart is big and their heart is beautiful. And that is you, pile number 3. All right. And the wheel is turning in your favor to show you how special you are, to show you how to pour love onto yourself. All right. There's a lot of healing coming in with the star, and there's a lot of hope as well. And how this wheel is turning in your favor is that you are going to be the High Priestess. Oh my God, naturally, without this any luck turning in your favor, naturally, if you're a water sign, you are very intuitive. All right, be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Now, when the High Priestess is showing herself in your reading, this time is going to be very, very powerful for you. You are coming into this energy, irrespective of your gender, wherein you are tapped in. You can see right through people, their intentions, whether they are being genuine, whether they're just in it for fun, or whatever it is. You can see right through it. All right. And now, because you're giving yourself a lot of love, you're able to discern without panic. You're able to just be so in tune with yourself and your needs and what is important to you, that you're becoming very powerful. And this is the blessing that this wheel is giving you, because somewhere down the line, you stop listening to your intuition because you were invested in someone else. And that was the biggest cause of your pain and your frustration. All right? What can you do to expedite the process? Stop staying in your head. You've been overthinking a lot. You've not been sleeping. This is about to change when you start pouring in this love to yourself. But there is some situation that has been weighing heavily on your head and you're not able to find answers. And why aren't you able to find answers? Because you're trying to find answers logically. You're trying to find answers from outside, but you are the high priestess. When you come out of your head is the time when you connect to your intuition, and at this time it's very strong, all right? And then you will find your truth, and this truth is going to come from you. The universe is talking to you, all right? For some of you, you might get it from a tarot reading or an astrologer or a seer. And for some of you, you're getting it on your own. You're able to tap into the universe. With this high priestess energy, when we postpone our self-love, like I just did, I've been feeling this, my throat drying up for the past 2 minutes, but I had to finish saying what I wanted to say and then see what happens. Now it takes time for my throat to come back. But if I had at that particular time paused to take a sip of water, I wouldn't be going through this right now. And it's not the first time that it's happening, I know. And so it's all of us. We all tend to get carried away by things which are not so essential at that particular time, but we give it more priority than our own selves. And you've been doing that, but now this truth is going to come to you when you come out of your head, when you start pouring in energy onto yourself. And this truth is coming from the universe through signs, because you are tapped in, and possibly the universe has been talking to you for quite some time. And before this whole problem happened, I don't know what exactly it is. It could be a relationship. I feel it's a relationship for a lot of you, but it could be whatever it is that's kept you in your head thinking, overthinking, and because of this particular situation, you have stopped listening to your intuition. And so when the universe speaks, you are trying to decipher it logically and you're getting nowhere and you're frustrated because of it. But now you're coming into this with the wheel turning and you giving yourself some love and being kind to yourself. You are coming into this high priestess energy and you get your answers from within, which is going to be really beautiful. What is blocking your energy? The Two of Wands in reverse. Decisions. You are not making a decision because you don't know what to do. Why? Because you've been thinking logically and you've been frustrated and you keep going in circles. Now you're rising above this. This high priestess is going to see you through this. And for some of you, maybe your heart knows what it wants, but you're just not taking that decision. You are wanting something that maybe even you know is not good for you. Your heart is telling you to go in one direction. Your gut is saying this is not it. It feels that this is the thing, but you know where you want to go. But you've not been making the choice out of fear that you'd make a wrong decision. But what you need to know with this judgment card is that the time is here. This is your time. This is a major arcana. It's time for you to make that decision, and don't question yourself. First and foremost, pour that energy onto yourself. Secondly, follow your intuition and it will lead you to your truth. What it is that you want to do, make that decision without fear. It's time. Your angels are guiding you. The universe is guiding you. And you are equipped to follow. You don't need anyone in between to show you the way. It's just directly between you and the universe, you and your spirit guides. They're just coming and they're leading you forward. But to be able to see that, you've got to get into this place of calm within you, away from the Nine of Swords and frustration energy. Advice from Spirit is the Seven of Cups. You've got a whole lot of distractions. But despite these distractions, you are equipped to follow what is best for you. You are equipped with the High Priestess here to follow that path which brings you peace, happiness, which is your whole truth. All right? With the fiery climax approaches, I feel whatever this decision is that you've been putting away, there is coming a time wherein you can't put it aside anymore. You can't not make that decision. It's coming very soon, and even you know it, which is why you're in this Nine of Swords energy. But getting out of this is the way of getting out of frustration. You have to make that decision. Not making the decision is causing blocks. If you want the wheel to turn, you've got to trust your instinct. You are very, very connected by nature. All right? That is who you are. And with the Star card as your bottom deck energy, there is so much of healing here. So much of healing and so much of hope. It's such a positive card. For some of you, if this has got to do with your work, all right, something that you're doing online and you're frustrated and you feel that maybe this is not the right choice, or you've got to take a huge step. Maybe you're going to be using a lot of resources, you're going to use a lot of money, and you feel that if you do this and it will not work, then what will happen? But you're being told that you're going to be tremendous success. You're going to be a tremendous success if you're doing anything online, anything regarding, putting yourself out there. Just remember one thing: be authentically you and be in touch with your intuition. You are very strong. Look at these are the three major arcana in your reading: the Star, the High Priestess, and the Judgment. Do you need more power than this, pile number 3? It's time. It's time for you to rise above all the pettiness that's keeping you stuck. Whatever it is that you want, you can attract. But you've got to come into this place of calm. Stop doubting yourself. And that's when this is going to happen, all right, for you. So the wheel is turning in your favor right away. Within these 3 months that you're seeing this reading, from the time you see this reading, within 3 months, the wheel will turn in your favor, which means that you are going to be extremely, extremely intuitive. You've got to make your decision at this time. And everything will play out beautifully. Full moon in Aries is Libra season. All right. So we are right now in Aries season. I will be posting this on Sunday, which is 26th of April. I think, yes. So May, June, July. Yeah. So if you make this decision in these 3 months, follow your intuition, make that decision, you will have to wait for another 2 months after that, and you'll start seeing things working out so beautifully for you. All right, by Libra season, you definitely would have made your choice and things would work out for you brilliantly. So don't doubt yourself. The wheel of fortune is turning in your favor. Now, if you are not water signs, it does not matter. You're still getting this 3-month window, or from the time you see this reading, that 3-month window wherein you are going to be very tapped in. You're seeing things very clearly. Do not let fear override that quiet voice. You are so connected. All the truth lies within you. You're connected to the universe. You're connected to source. You're connected in ways that you may not be able to describe. Follow that gut feeling. You are the Queen of Cups. All right? And you've got to come back into balance. Beautiful reading for you, pile number 3. Naturally, you are intuitive. So don't try and bring logic when intuition is showing you the way forward. There is a place for logic. I'll not say no. I am an air sign, but there is a place for intuition. And when that comes, you don't have to doubt yourself, and you don't need answers from anywhere else but yourself. All right? Sending you so much love and light. Bye-bye.